Welcome to the Konglish Talk podcast, a chill talk show brought to you by some States girl and Korean guy living in Korea. My name is Leah.
And I'm Diaz. And today's topic is housing. The housing interior and the design is very different regarding to the cultural differences, and we both went to the two countries and we're gonna talk about that.
Yes.
Okay, don't forget to follow us and set the alarm. There are a lot of houses out there. Well, you can see there are a lot of buildings instead of house in Korea, but
I know there's so much that goes into it. So first we're going to talk about the States just because it's a lot. So we want to briefly go over them. In the States, I feel like we have a lot of houses.
Yeah, you guys have a lot of land too.
Yeah, because we have a lot of land, we have a lot of houses, which means we have a lot of different kinds of houses. So whenever I was looking it up, in America we have like 9 structures of houses, and then we have over 15 styles. But so the first one is a single family home. They don't share, we'll put up pictures for reference, which a single family home is just a home that doesn't share a wall with another building. It's a standalone home. A second one is a semi-detached home. So it's where it's like a single family house, but they share a common wall. So unlike a townhome, you're going to have a neighbor on both sides of the home. And so the detached homes only share one wall. So that it's like a mirror. And then number 3 is a multifamily home, which is a property that is comprised of more than one housing unit. And each unit will have their own maintenance, kitchen space, and bathroom. Number 4 is a townhome. These are really common. They're like multi-floor homes with their own entrance, bathroom, and kitchen. Number 8 is a tiny home. This is actually becoming more and more popular. You're going to see on TV networks like TLC, they'll have like tiny home living, where it's literally just a tiny home that's like 60 to 400 square feet in size. I actually don't really have, I don't know measurements like that, but it's a tiny home. And people like it. It's kind of like, a lot of people will live in trailers, and that's like kind of a similar thing, actually.
Yeah, like the States, they have a lot of land and they have a lot of types of homes, but in Korea, we don't separate that much, but we have like a house, which is just standing alone, and sometimes the owner of that house make a rent to some certain room or a floor so that they can earn some money monthly. The next one will be apartment, and villa is kind of like an almost same in Korea. Mm-hmm. Like villa is a little bit smaller than apartment, but mostly you're gonna see apartment and villa, or is it villa in the States too?
No, villa is right. I think though the meaning is different because we think of villa as more luxury.
In Korea, when we say villa, then it's not that luxury.
Yeah.
Well, it's really opposite. Like, it's a little small house. Like, well, the normal apartment size will be like, if I say square meter, then you cannot understand, right?
Yeah, probably not, but we'll put up a reference picture.
Well, in Korea, when we say apartment, then mostly it will be more than 1,000 square feet. But if you say villa, then it will be like smaller than that, like 750 or 850.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just saw the villa picture from Leah, and that's really different. That's
right.
That's a house from nowhere in Korea. We cannot see those kind of house. Let me talk this really quick. So when you see a standalone house, like private house, it doesn't mean that they have a garage or like a backyard, those kind of things. You have to be really fucking rich, or you're living in some suburb or countryside of Korea. Even on those kind of places, you cannot have those kind of swimming pools, large backyards, garage. Yeah. That's impossible in Korea. You should know that. So yeah, since we have tons of people in a very little landscape, so we mostly have apartment or villa, and even we sometimes just make a building, and well, building has lots of rooms, and well, talking about the dormitory, we go 2 or 3 to the one room, but in Korea, we even have those kind of system in a housing, so which is called one room. Yeah.
What I live in, it's a studio.
Yeah, like yeah, it's rarely a live right now. You just have a one single room and one private bathroom. On one floor, there are like more than 10 or 15 rooms in one floor. That's a also normal thing in Korea too. And sometimes even sometimes they don't have a bathroom. So you have to share bathroom or shower room with other people.
Really?
If you go to like a Koshiwan, which is like
yeah.
Koshiwan is kind of like a dormitory. It will be a dormitory sharing bathroom and shower room. It sucks.
Yeah.
Binbak share bathroom and share shower room. So, yeah. Since we have a really small land, that's a very different thing. So, I think the villa you shared me will be really fucking rich people. But like, you know, even when you're living in a certain level, or if you're just living in the States, then unless you're living in an LA or the New York City, then you can have those kind of like a large backyard and garage and do whatever you want, like quenching, forging. I don't know why I came out quenching first, but yeah. The main difference will be the land size.
Yeah. And office tiles are, I know we've talked about this in a previous episode, but office tiles are a little bit nicer than your typical one room. They're more modern, but they're going to be more in maintenance fee.
Anyway, we looked outside and we have to go inside too. Okay, this is my really biggest question for you.
Yes.
In this stage, do you guys really wear shoe on the bed?
I've never seen that happen unless somebody's like passed out drunk. I've never worn shoes in bed. Ever.
I mean, I know that you're not gonna do that. I know that you're the person who's not gonna do that, but even my roommate, when I was in the sleeper rock, just go on the bed with his shoes on, and
wow.
Lots of media stuff offers, like Friends, you know. We could see some people going on the bed while shoes on, and sometimes fell asleep like that. And
that's so weird.
Anyway, that also means that you guys wear shoes till the bedroom, right?
I think it depends. More and more people actually in the US want you to take your shoes off when you come inside. I think it's becoming more and more common because it tracks dirt inside. But there are people who don't care, especially if you have wooden floors, because wooden floors are pretty common in the US, or tiled floors. So since they're made of wood or tile, people just don't bother taking their shoes off because it doesn't really matter. But like it is case by case. There are people who will tell you, oh yeah, you can leave your shoes on. It's not as strict like in Korea where like every time you go in somewhere, I mean, obviously not like a public place, unless you go to a certain restaurant. Certain restaurants, you have to take your shoes off. But every house in Korea, yeah, you must take your shoes off. In America, it's more case by case. You're definitely going to meet more people that do want you to take your shoes off, but because we have a lot of tile and wood, people generally are more lenient on wearing shoes inside. But it depends. We had carpet and my mom let people wear shoes in, so yeah, I don't know. When
there's a carpet, I also know that I have to take my shoes off or someone will slap me, so...
It's sometimes, like, if your shoes look noticeably really dirty, then people will be like, can you take those off?
In the ancient Korea, like Chosun or Korea, when we go back, then if you see the traditional Korean house, then you're gonna see that the floor and the ground level is really different, like this. Like, this is ground, this is floor, that you can't even sit on the floor to the ground and take off your shoes off and go up. That was really normal in Korea. So I think that's that's the difference where it came from. But in the States, you just go up stairs and boom, then there's a floor. But we didn't have those kind of stairs for floors, so I think that's the difference.
By the way, since we're talking about inside,
Mm-hmm.
Not a lot of Korean places have a bathtub.
Bathtub?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They do, but it's like, especially if you live in a one room, you're never gonna see that. Like, I feel like if you see a bathtub, it's like in a nice place. Whereas, like, you could be in a really shit place in America and there'll still be a bathtub.
Well, if you live in a normal apartment, you're gonna see bathtub really a lot, but like for villa, one room, office style, in those kind of places, then you cannot see bathtub fairly well, cause, the cost problem will be also a big thing, and, the room is really small, as you know, but so, think about that. If you put your bathtub to the bathroom you're living in, can you really do something in your bathroom?
True, no. That's why a lot of places, like, it's just like the bathroom, and there's a shower head, and it's all in one. Now, some bathrooms, like, I stayed in an Airbnb, and it was it was a one room. It was actually a little bit bigger than this room. It was pretty nice. And the bathroom was like, it was a small bathroom, but there was still like a shower. There was like a small like shower door that like separated that like, so it was all in the same place. Like the floor still got wet, but there was still a shower. Like it was still separated technically. The hose, like there was an actual like shower head. It wasn't near the sink. It was in its own like little area, little corner.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Also, in Korea, you will mostly know. You will just see wet toilet, including bathroom, because we don't have a concept like a dry bathroom or something like that. Because if we use wet toilet, we can wash it, we can clean it easily. That's the really big thing. And the concept of the toilet isn't that long in Korea that much, because until late Joseon, we didn't have a bathroom like you think. We just have a like little pile of the udon stuff, and you just poop there and your poop goes down. We didn't have those kind of like a toilet concept in Korea till then, and it was late 19th century that we started using those kind of toilets. So after we got that in, then I know in this state you guys have a separate shower room and the bathroom, right? But if we do that, we don't have that much kind of space to make our home. Like, we have like 1,000 square feet, and we have to make like at least use 100 square feet to make one bathroom. But if we use them once, then that doesn't mean that we don't have much space for other things. So we just combine shower room and bathroom, and when you have a shower room, that place must get wet, even if you want to make it dry. Well, thanks to that, we can clean our bathroom really well. We don't have to take care, like, our wall is get wet. We have to change our walls, blah, blah, blah. We don't have to worry for that.
Also when it comes to, like, housing styles, I'm not going to go over every single one, but we will be putting up pictures of the different styles that you can see in America whenever you go and visit. There are other styles too that are not going to be included in the montage that are going to be here and here and here and here and there. Because if you go to like the western part of the states, or like closer to Mexico, like where Arizona, New Mexico is, Texas, you're going to see in those arid places, you're going to see a lot more like Mexican influenced exterior. So I think that when it comes to like the styling of houses, like the styling of what it looks like on the outside, I think Americans are really, really big on that. Like, you'll see Victorian era houses still in a lot of old neighborhoods. Like in my mom's neighborhood, you'll be able to see them, and they're passed down from like, family to family, and it's just like, people are literally, it's like 2022 and people will live in a Victorian style house, but like the inside they'll probably fix up to be modern.
in Korea, we also have a traditional houses, and we also have our own architectural designs.
Yeah,
as you know, Hanok, and and even more, if you go to Japan, they have their own style. In China, they have their own style. But well, these days, Korea's land is really small, and if you want to build a Korean traditional house, you need a really large land to make it, and to maintain it, it will be really hard because it is mostly made with wood and straw. We mostly just use Western design, but Koreans love efficiency more than design, so if you come here, you're gonna see, oh, that's the building, oh, that's the building, oh, that's the building, oh, that's the building too, shit.
Yeah. Oh, it looks the same. Yeah.
Even in the college sometimes.
Yeah, for real.
Okay. This is all for this week, and we're gonna see you on next week. Ooh.
Don't forget to subscribe and like.